Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Friday night, and I'm so glad to see you. You need to buy more paper? I know where I am. I'm in the right place. If somebody's saying I need to buy more paper, this is the right place to be. This is Craft Roulette episode 236. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. And boy, have we had a week. Hubba hubba. You guys broke our record last week with all of those beautiful cards that we were seeing before the show started. Now, if you were looking for your card and it wasn't there, we can't fit them all in. But if you were looking for your card and you're one of the 42 first-timers, we will be celebrating you later in the show during our parade of achievements, along with our other people that are new to our achievement board this week. So sit tight. We're going to be talking about you soon. Yeah, 524 cards. Welcome back if you're here from World Card Making Day and last week when Amanda Stevens was here. Amanda, and she still, I think she got done with her work on World Card Making Day last night when she finally, I think, got everybody situated with their prices. So it was a lot going in, a lot going out, but it was so worth it for everybody to have so much fun making cards and spending time together and thinking about how big the world is with card makers all over. It was very, very exciting, wonderful day. And thank you so much for making it happen. Just a little note. This is a stack of 25 A2 size cards. They're fairly flat. And if you would just think about 21 stacks this high, that's how many cards you all send in. So it was less one card. But that's how many cards you sent in. That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to do the math. We do have our Craft Roulette statistician. I didn't put her to the task on this one, but Gloria Davis may end up in the chat telling us something good about those numbers. I get sleepy when we talk about it. So, welcome again. It is good to see you. Craft Roulette is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday. And when we're here, we want you here, and we always leave you a seat. So please feel welcome. And we've got a wonderful chatterbox. Oh my gosh, you guys are on fire tonight. I hope you're having a great time. Everybody got their chocolate, stretch pants, all the things that we usually do on Craft Roulette. I hope so, because we've got a great show tonight with a very spunky gal, Charlene Madrid. She's a rapper. She was just telling me she's a rapper. I said, who are you? Like Madrid? But she's got her own little rap name, so we're going to check in on her in just a few minutes. Mr. Producer is over there getting everything ready for us. He's the man behind all of this wonderful technology. There he is. And he has arranged something with Mr. Wheel, who did go on vacation last week, out of the blue. He just left. On the most important week of our year, World Card Making Day, he leaves. But he did come back tonight. He's here. And these pictures were submitted anonymously, remember? But you have this slideshow. We have a home movie, so to speak. And we don't know who sent these to us. You can find Mr. Wheel in each and every one of them. That one you have to look pretty. I see him. I spy with my little eye. Mr. Wheel at the pyramids. There he is in Venice. He was getting around the world. Oh, Big Ben's never looked better. And there he is. I don't remember. Oh. Fuji. He's right in there, kind of small. Machu Picchu is kind of big. And that's what Mr. Wheel was doing all week, leaving us by ourselves to fend for ourselves. But he did leave parameters, and I think he did a good job, even though there was quite the controversy over fill in the blank. You know who it is. You know what it was. It was Mood Board. But you guys did fine. He knew it. I know it. So we're all good. Is there anything else I need to talk about there? I don't think so. If you haven't given us a thumbs up and you think it would be worthwhile, we would appreciate that. Share it and hit that notification subscription button. That's always great. We've got wonderful spin sponsors. If you sent in one of those cards last week, you will be eligible for some of these prizes, including a Your Paper Insider gift box. I think they're sending out their first release to people in the U.S. Whimsy Stamps, paper craft store. They've got cute things over there. Really nice product line. Make sure you check these people out too. Oh, Bloom Daily Planners, just in time to get your 2025 planner. Get ready because I've started to book 2025, believe it or not. Trinity Stamps is giving away a $30 gift certificate, so is Bloom Planners. So make sure that you are sending in those cards every week. We will be giving a prize away from each of those 4 wonderful companies. We appreciate them so much. And, of course, we'll be giving a Krog and a goodie bag away each week. I cleaned up my little, that mail corner over there is just full. My cup is overflowing. But we are not, that's wonderful. I have a lot of stuff to give away. We are not sponsored by any of those companies, even though we appreciate all the things they do for us. We rely on the generosity and donations from our members, and you can learn more about how to join us in that support group on craftroulette.live. We would like to welcome some new members this week. Thank you guys for joining us. Sandy Carlson, Sarah Hoop, Sandy Ledoux, Sophia Chung, Catherine Rudd, R-U-U-D, how would you do it? Rudd, Monica F., and Karen Shepard. Thank you guys. I look forward to getting to know you better. Maybe on some calls or maybe just in the discussions on videos and different things that we do. No, I'm sorry we didn't have the silver and above after party last week. We will commence that again next week, as will we do the member shows. So we just kind of had big bump with World Card Making Day that we had to get over. Mr. Mike is wearing all his starry stuff because we had so many stars on last week. And he, I think he looks pretty nice. It's too hot here for a sweater, so I don't have him dressed up in one of his beautiful sweaters from Marianne. But this is from the house of Detizio. He's still looking good in it, Arlene. If you would like to know more about supporting us through merchandise, stamps and dies, and such things as the Creative Companion Notebook that I will be showing you later, there's all the stuff you can get. You can go to craftroulette.live/shop. That's enough. Now, here's a spunky gal who just likes to craft from Washington State. It's her 4th time on Craft Roulette. She's moving and grooving. Welcome, Charlene Madrid.
You know, at least you're still somewhat pronouncing it right. I get all kinds of crazy things, Miss Mary. You would think it's the capital of a country, but I still get the most wild things. Hi, everybody.
Well, names are tricky. Names are tricky.
It's true. That's true.
You never know, because even if they look like they should be one way, it's sometimes just chosen to do another one. Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we saw you.
Yeah, it has been a little while. A hot minute, in fact.
Hot minute. We may have a few viewers that have not met you. So if you could give us a little glimpse into who you are and what you do, I'd appreciate it.
I make YouTube tutorials for the crafty masses.
She's just a girl that likes to craft.
I'm just a girl that likes to craft.
Yeah.
And I've crafted a lot more over time. It's just a progressive craftination, you know.
Craftination. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Craftolution.
Craftolution. That's good. Craftolution.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. It's the word of the day. I'll better tell
word
Tom.
Of the day.
Tom. Gina. Tom. Craftolution. He probably's already done it. But anyway, yeah, so you're kind of new to card making. You're not like some of us that have been around for 20 years plus.
I guess I'm fairly new. I started, in fact, I just was looking at my first video went up in September of 2021. So that was also the same month I bought my die cutting machine. So, you know, I'm just a go-getter, Mary.
Knowing what you're doing has never stopped me. I don't know.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to make some cards and maybe somebody will want to watch me do it.
Well, you were on our show the first time in 2022, so you were really green. So were we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It was, you actually had reached out to me a couple of months, I think, after I had made my first video. And I was like, sure.
I don't know what you're doing. Sure, we'll do it.
I don't know anything, but I can fake it till you make it. You know?
I'm still faking it. I think,
yeah. This is I looked though, this is the 4th time I've been on. I was pretty excited, especially, so you guys, you have to know this. I reached out to Mary back. I had to look back in July, and I was like, Mary, I need to be on the show. And she's like, yeah, well, you know, we love you. And I was like, no, Mary, I need to be on the show. Like, I miss it. I miss being on the show, and it's been so long. And she's like, we're so excited that you love the show. And then she changed the subject. I was like, you know,
always the diplomat.
Yeah. You get popular when you can't even get on here. So
but we got you on. Yeah.
She felt sorry for me, frankly.
It is a different scene right now because it's it used to be I would be like maybe 2 weeks ahead and begging people to come on. Oh, I know you were just on, but can you come back? And it's not that way anymore. So
well, it's a testament to how awesome this show is. So anybody who's new, it's fun, it's easy. Don't let anything freak you out, and it's just like, as you can see, the people in the chat are awesome.
Even Madrid. Don't let Madrid.
That's right. They'll let me. Well, I mean, you could let me freak you out. It's okay. But I'm real. I can't bite through the screen.
No, so I know. Everybody gets to play. That's the thing. They can't always be on, but they can always play. So, for those who may have missed out on Friday last week, they may not know exactly what Craft Roulette is, which makes me wonder, do you know what Craft Roulette is?
Well, I've forgotten. What is Craft Roulette?
It's been too long.
It's been a long time. I need a refresh.
Chatterbox. So good to see you. Charlene, we're going to get this done. Mr. Producer's going to make it happen. We'll be right back after we find out what is Craft Roulette.
Did somebody ask what Craft Roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too.
Everyone is invited to join in the fun.
We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Yep. We carry the glitter around here. we do, and we do it every week, and we really would like to have you join us. That would be real nice, real nice. If you are the first time or just coming back from World Card Making Day, say hi in the chatter box. We would love to see that. And there's a whole bunch of nice folks in there that will welcome you, won't you? By the way, looking at that map, we have heard from a lot of our friends in Florida and that you're doing pretty well, and we are grateful for that. Looking forward to hearing from a few more of you and hearing good news. So let us know over in our Facebook group, that is Craft Roulette Show, that you're doing okay, because you are important to us. Those were the pins from last week. Here are my crazy card from last week that was so hard to make because I had the parameters beforehand. I had a plan, and it was hard. I like just getting 4 parameters and going, okay, let's do it. I don't know. But that was my card, and I used our stamps. Yes. And it's not really Mr. Producer and me, but it could be Mr. Producer and me. The project was not a single fold A2. Colors were mood board, element was world, and random was star. You guys took off with those 4 parameters in so many ways. Oh, it's going to have all the guests. How fun. Mari Clark was here from Canada. We had guests from all over the world. If you weren't here on World Card Making Day, that was a beautiful card, Mari. You watercolored it. Karen Burniston, the Die Queen, made this beautiful card. See her world dangle. Michelle Lupton from Down Under got up super early and joined us on World Card Making Day, or actually the day after. We were still on it, but she was, I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, she's a day ahead. It was spring down there, and she even had a time change. Carissa Wiley closed out the show with this beautiful card, and her new product line is live. I saw it today. It's cool. It's all about disco balls. Tracy Phillips and Bill were here to liven up the afternoon, and she made this beautiful card with worlds in their little flowers. Always fun. May was here from Alabama, and she made a Christmas card, and it was very, very pretty. All sorts of fancy folds and different cuts, so many ways if you're looking for some fun cards to make. Libby Hickson from Georgia made this cute card. We enjoyed getting to have Libby on and all her fun ways that she makes things. She made a whole bunch of those, actually, in the end. Gina Kay joined us from Milwaukee with the 4th time, as a matter of fact, and she made this pretty, pretty card with some foiling and things. So many things that people can do. Katarina Tarda from Germany joined us and made this card. She does a wonder. She has a really busy Instagram account, and she makes a lot of really good, fast shorts. A lot of fun. Cassie Trask joined us, and she made a light-up card. So that was real fun, because Amanda Stevens was our guest also, our host. And she makes the guts for the light-up cards, and so Cassie used it. And there's Amanda Stevens, and she knew the parameters too, and she thought it was hard, but she made a beautiful card. She always does. She's quite the talent. Hers is an easel card. That's it. Okay. Well, welcome thank you guys for joining us for that wonderful day. And yeah, there's a lot of made-its here, I'm pretty sure. And we look forward to 2025. Plans are in the works. So now we're going to bring on Miss Madrid, and she'll never be the same. And we're going to have our parade of achievements. This is where we welcome our first timers, which we have a lot. We have one new to Mug Club, Megan Canahan. Thank you. Well done. And no, Club 52. our leading ladies and our major milestone achievers. That's like 25, 50, 75, that kind of thing. So we're first going to welcome our first timers. This is on a timer, Miss Charlene, and it will be fast. So let me say their name.
Hey.
Charlotte from Maine. Carol, South Dakota. Helene from LA or Louisiana. Nancy from Tennessee. Brenda, Florida. Suzanne, Denmark. Donna, Canada. Sue, Michigan. Golda, Arizona. Carolyn, Virginia. Shanty Art Creations, Canada. Linda, Florida. Terrence from Texas. Anne, North Carolina. Michelle, California. Peggy, South Dakota. Karen McCoy, Karen from Alabama. Tina, Alabama. I'm confused. Anne, but thank you and welcome. Anne from Pennsylvania. Valerie, Illinois. Karma, Missouri. Ooh, I said Missouri. Julie, Washington. Mona, Kansas. Kelly, first time? Virginia. I thought you'd been here a lot. Cheryl, Arizona. Kimberly, New York. Priscilla, South Dakota. Barb from Minnesota. So different, all of them. Dorothy, Canada. Monica, Pennsylvania. Diane from Texas. Nancy, Wisconsin. Donna, Ohio. Pretty. Darla, Montana. Jane, New York. Hoop Shots 123, Ohio. Dawn, Canada. That's nice. Maria, Ohio. Very pretty. Lee, Wisconsin. Puffy clouds. Anne, Ohio. Carrie, Oregon. Very nice. I think that was it. Well done. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
That's wonderful.
So
25 cards from Diana. 25 from Erica in Ohio.
good. Oh, cute.
Tyler Perry, 25 cards. Kimberly Perry, those all three live together. 25 cards. Nina, congratulations from Norway. Philip from Missouri, 25. Mary pushing the boundaries, Slominski, 50. Oh, I'm going to keep my eye on you. Helen, 50. Brenda, Minnesota. Kim Sharp, 75. Amanda, 75 from Michigan. Sue Small Kreider, 75, Florida. Susie from New Zealand, congratulations. Andrea Oftermar, Switzerland. Megan Canahan, 100 cards. Rose Duberstein, 175. Lou Ann Johnson, 175. Amazing. Kathy Herring, 200. Well done. That's a lot of cards, you guys. We're really, really thankful. Our leading ladies this week, Smurf Murphy from California. Jackie Jackpot Muller, 197. Kathy Herring, 200. 5K Now 6K Lamone, 203. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis, 213. Patty Beck, our leading lady with 231. Woo! Girls, you are amazing. Well done, well done. Congratulations to our achievers. There were no Club 52 this week, so that's it. That was a lot.
That is amazing.
I feel like I'm like Miss America reading out, and no, here's a card. Yeah. But especially when it goes that fast.
I remember the first time I was on and you showed all the cards, like all the cards that were submitted. And it's wild. It's amazing. I love seeing them all. It's so cool.
I don't know how well we could get our Craft Roulette statistician on it and see how many 524 cards are if you give them 5 seconds each. It gets kind of long.
It would take a long time.
So even that seems like quite a while when you're reading that many. But well done, you guys. So thankful and glad that you joined us. I wanted to point out, Charlotte, who was the first one in the first timers, is our connection with your Paper Insider. So that was fun for her to join us this week. Yeah.
Nice.
It would take 43 minutes.
43 minutes. That would make the show pretty long.
That might be just a little bit long.
Yeah. He'd come back. after the ad when we're getting ready for the parameters, which we're almost to do, and I'd be
just a little bit of drool.
Yeah. Ooh, you've been watching me sleep? Okay. Well, that does close out last week, which was phenomenal, but we've got more. We want you to join us again this week with the parameters we're going to be spinning for in just a second. So, there he is. He's back from his world travels. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, he can't wait to start spinning. But you have to wait.
He's meant to spin.
He was born to spin, baby.
He was born for it.
Spin. There are the parameters for this week that we will be spinning for and making something with. But first, we are going to add a few or take off a few of these parameters that, according to what our members wanted to veto. They voted and they said what for a project. This week, we will not have to do a card for an influencer. That doesn't mean...
Wait a second. You guys could all still make a card, though, for an influencer and send them all to me.
That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true.
See?
And that's how vetoes work. Because we won't be spinning and landing on don't make a card for an influencer. So you can still do it. You're exactly right. For colors, what did they vote off? Beach colors, picnic, pretty paper, or cowboy cowgirl colors? Ooh, big X on the cowboy cowgirl colors. They don't feel that one like at all. For element, I don't know what they want to. Bugs, spiders. Ooh, I've been reading about spiders. So interesting. Photo, sunnies, or outdoor critters. No to photo. No, Mr. Photo. But you could use a photo.
Hello,
even though it has to be handcrafted. For random, what did they vote off? Paper clips back, splatters, crumple paper, or use pencil. And they still hate paperclip.
Mary told me this before the show, you guys. You guys need to just get the Craft Roulette stamp set, and then paperclip is never an issue.
We got one built in
for those in there
for those pesky parameters. That's right.
And,
we got you covered.
And last time I was on, I got paperclip.
Did you?
Sure enough.
How'd you use it?
I think it was last time. I clipped a little, I made it look like a Post-it note, kind of, and I clipped it inside and made a checklist. Because also, the wheel was not nice to me. Because we had, checklist and paperclip. And I was like, what are you doing to me? What are you doing?
You did it. You stretched. Those stretchy pants were stretching out, man. They were stretching out. Did they ever stretch back in? We don't know. But this is the time that we ask you, would you like to... I know. Some of those pants can be pretty big. Would you like to veto something?
Yes.
Here's your power
move. Pick? I veto 14 under random ridges.
Ruffles. No ruffles for you. All right.
Ruffles have ridges.
Ridges are off. That means if we land on any of those vetoed items, we will spin again for something else. Now, we also ask, where would you like to put your chips, young lady?
Now, I don't remember what these are anymore because I didn't do my homework, you guys. I did it right.
You were
before the
reading
show.
color theory.
I was. I had to prepare.
I
Like,
know.
you know. Let's see. I said project 15, colors 11.
A2. Colors is pool party.
Element
Alrighty.
9,
And that's outdoor critters.
and random 12.
Random 12 is splatters. I can see that card coming together. What kind of
Yeah, I
outdoor
think-
critter would you use?
You know, I think you could use just about any critter because they all go outside.
Eventually. Except some kitties. Some kitties stay
Well,
in.
well,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah, and
except for
birdies and stuff.
an indoor kitty. Yeah.
Well, that would be a whole lot better than paperclip and checklist.
Yes.
Well, let's just see what we've got up. What this guy is fresh off a vacation. Let's see what he's got for us. Let's give him a warm up first, because he hasn't been here for a couple weeks. I knocked over Kitty. Lucky. Oh my goodness. All right, so for project, woohoo! Finally, random parameters to work from.
Round and round.
Number 12, include a small bag. I just added that this week. Include a small bag.
Bad.
Colors. We will be talking about these things so we can get our heads wrapped around them. Cornucopia. Oh, Roberta's going to like that one. For element. What will we get? 14. So you need to case a card from last week's gallery. We will talk about that one as well. And for random, your choice.
Okay.
Are you going with the splatters?
I'm going to go with splatters. That's an
Go with
easy one.
splatters. Congratulations. I think Mr. Wheel's trying to make up to you.
Oh. He gave me case a card in small bag, Mary. Like, the truth is he does not like me very much.
He knows that Madrid can do anything. He's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay with this. I know you are. Here's my speech, because I love to give speeches. This is gonna be your art project. If you choose to play along, and this is what we will be working from. If you choose to play along, this is going to be your art project. We're not going to be telling you anything to do. This isn't going to be a class, and we're not going to show you. This isn't a tutorial. We'd like to see your artistic expression. You may have thought when you looked at those cards last week, you went, man, none of them the same. Man, they took all sorts of liberties and did all sorts of things, and they did. Your card... It is a card, right? Include a small bag. It could be a small bag. We'll talk about it. But your project can be very classic and simple, as a card might be from when you first started making cards, like pattern paper, stamp, and an image and a sentiment. It can be that simple and a small bag. Or it can be very highly interpreted and very interactive and very complicated and complex. You can see many very, very complex cards in our galleries, if you want to case one, and all the places in between. That's just all fine. You can take each one of those parameters and make it very literal. Like you can say, HEY Google, what is cornucopia colors? And HEY Google will so politely give you some ideas on using cornucopia colors. And it's not hard. Or you can highly interpret those cornucopia colors and say, I'm going to make a radical cornucopia with some fluorescent grapes and bright pink apples and different things like that. And it would still be okay because it's your artistic expression. The only thing that we do say, you can't redefine something. So as far as that kind of thing goes, all levels of ability and all ages are accepted. We love just including you and letting you take those 4 parameters and run with it. You do have to include all 4 of those parameters somehow or other. It can be a focal point or very cleverly just barely in there with your interpretation. It needs to be one card per person. It has to be handcrafted, and it needs to be family friendly. So I don't blush when I look at the gallery and talk about it in other shows. That basically means if it says it needs to be image wise and sentiment wise for a preschooler. So it doesn't mean keep it clean. That's right. And so, those junior high kids, they're definitely not, they may have some things going on in their life that they might think is okay. And it may not be on the show. So anyway, that's that. That's my speech. Enough. If you do have any questions, just let us know. We'd be happy to help you.
Well, there's a lot of discussion about CAS versus CASE.
Okay.
We can start there.
Let's start there. You want to start there? CAS is often clean and simple, or it can be when you look at a card and steal it, you case the card and steal it. I say consider and steal, because on our other show, I consider a card each week in the gallery and then I steal it. And that's one of our games called Who Done It. But it's going to be something that you're going to want to do, as far as you can make up your own case, I assume, if you can justify it. Copy and steal everything, or copy and steal without everything. Because maybe you don't have to have everything in it. You can just have copy and steal.
Copy and share.
Copy and share. Mm-hmm.
I've always, the way I've heard it is copy and selectively edit.
See, there's lots of different things.
Yeah, so there's like lots of different ones, because I've never heard the copy and steal.
Yeah. So mine's consider and steal, because it's not defined. So I will be considering some cards in the gallery, which I should have looked ahead and chosen one. But actually, I just was thinking about the cards that we saw, and Mari Clark has a really pretty card. I think I might just copy hers.
This element was so off the board that I looked at the stuff and I didn't even see it. I must have my eyes must have just glazed over.
There's a lot of individual parameters on there when you're looking at it.
That is an element. So how does that work because you're not copying an entire project, right?
You're copying and selectively stealing.
But it's under element, it's not under project.
Right.
So explain that.
Okay. Well, we've got the project of a small bag.
Include a small bag. So if I do Mari Clark's, I can do a mini slimline with a small bag with my element that I'm thinking of to copy and share or steal, which was her beautiful. So you're copying the project as an element? I'm missing this a little bit. We just need to make it clear for the people watching.
I know what I'm gonna do, so I'm just going to probably put it on a small bag and change it just a little bit. It doesn't mean what? I'm going to change the card.
The project?
No. I'm going to have my small bag on my project.
Okay.
I'm going to use a card with a small bag with the element that was, if you can look up Mari Clark's card, it makes more sense. But I'm going to pull from her card, which had the globe and the flowers, and she painted it, and then it had light gray stars in the background. And so my card will probably have light gray stars in the background, and then a small bag that I will make and put a little floral thing on top of it that's painted.
I'm with Mr. Producer on this one, Mary.
We know you're smart.
I think element and project are kind of flipped here, but I get what you're saying.
Both. It's got to be both. You have to include both of them. So
yeah. In fact, your card I just saw in the gallery is perfect for anybody looking to. If you got a tea bag, then you're set. Small bag and your casing. Mary's card.
You could even include a tea bag as a gift as part of your project, as a little tea, a little thing, as a part of your project. So you can use any kind of card or whatever you would want to. It doesn't even say card.
So
it could be a little table gift. If you were going to have a little gathering or something, you could have a table gift that has little tea bags in it, or a little like trick or treat bag.
So let me see if I've got it straight. So if we're casing a card from last week's gallery,
that's not the project. That's the element.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're going to get your ideas from the card that you cased from last week.
So I would say that if that's the element, then as long as you're pulling like a single thing from somebody's card from the gallery,
some essence of somebody else's card.
Yeah.
So all the ones with aliens, if you put an alien on your card, it would count.
Yeah, and maybe loosely follow the design. Be inspired by the gallery. The gallery was so remarkable. To be inspired by the gallery and then twist it a little bit to include a small bag, cornucopia colors, and then splatter those suckers will be good. Yeah.
Splatter the heck out of it, and you won't even see what's on the card.
For the people that are saying that they're confused in the chat,
yes,
when it says case from last week's gallery, that doesn't mean if you're going to case somebody's project that you need to use the same size or construction of their project.
No, not necessarily. Correct. You're going to pull some sort of essence from it. Just like my cards, when I case them on Whodunit, they don't look exactly the same. I pull essence from it. It can be the design. It can be the topic. It can be the colors. It can be the shape, a technique. But you get to choose that.
You get to choose that, but it's under element.
Right.
And so anything can be an element?
I'm thinking, I'm
trying to just clear it up for the chat, because I'm sure that they're thinking the same thing.
No, I appreciate it.
Should I go get some coffee? Like, I'll let you
Red Bull, man. I think it's a Red Bull night. When you consider or copy and share, what do you copy and share?
That's what I'm asking.
Right. That's what you do. You copy something from a card and share it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just anything. It can be.
I suppose so. That's how I always interpreted casing and sharing, or considering and stealing, or whatever you want.
Yeah.
How you want to put it together, because you don't usually make the same card per se. You take something from the card you're inspired by, and you put your own spin on it. Take a card
from last week's episode and pick something you like from it and use it on your card. That would be how to say it.
That's too long. You won't let me have those long ones.
I'm gonna have to vet all these parameters.
I think
we're gonna start a parameter committee, and we'll have to bounce the parameters off of the committee.
I've gone off the rails.
So I think
we can do that, though.
Let's walk through each parameter and just make sure that everyone's kind of on board with what the requirements are, because it is a challenge, and people want to make sure that they're on board with the requirements.
Yes. Include a small bag. That doesn't mean that it has to be a small bag, but it has to have some component of a small bag. It could be an image of a small bag. It could be a trick-or-treat bag. It could be the bag itself. Now, I'm not going to define small, but you can probably figure out how small we all work with paper. So it should be something that you want to make that's small. I'm not going to define it. Do I have to define it?
No, it's up to the person making it to say this is what I consider a small bag.
And so that could be that could be a part of your card. Yes.
Is a bag a pocket?
It could be a shopping bag.
Okay.
It could be a trick-or-treat bag. It could be a bag of candy. It could be a bag of what else comes in bags?
Is a
beans?
shaker pouch considered a bag?
If it's I think of a bag being enclosed, would a shaker...
Like a bag is usually kind of open at the top.
And it's open at the top. It could be a surprise shaker card where you shake it and everything comes out.
A purse would be a bag, so...
A purse is a bag, yeah. Grocery bags. I like the idea of a shaker bag without a top. I actually...
Your recipient would not be happy.
No, I know exactly who I'd send it to. But you could put dimes in it or something, and then it could shake out, and it would be pretty fun. Yeah, so that's bags. A bag of tricks, a pouch, eye bags. There you go, included eye bags. Old lady is a bag. Y'all bag. Small purse.
So the bag could be both
baguette.
A shape of a project, or it could be snuck in as a kind of a more of an element. So
we've always
allowed that.
We've always said that.
That's not a novel or a new thing. We've always allowed that.
Not at all. So that one should be, actually, I think this one's small bag is pretty fun. Or you could use a small bag as part of the project.
Michelle Harris is completely correct. A tea bag isn't open. So
that's true, but it's called a tea bag.
Right?
Fair enough.
It's not called a
shaker bag.
Shaker bag. I'm going to shake my tea. Yep.
Oh
so
God.
Anything that has a bag of wind, I think that one's appropriate for here. Luggage bag. Yeah. Yeah. Gift card bags. Yeah. Something that you put a gift card in. Cornucopia. I think of Thanksgiving corn of plenties with fruit and vegetables. What do you think of?
Me?
Yeah.
Or are you talking to you? I don't know.
You didn't leave us, did you?
I went and got my coffee. Didn't you see that I went and got my coffee? I think of cornucopia and I think of like the traditional like brown horn of plenty that has the like fruit in it. So you've got your real bright kind of primaries and secondaries in there. That's usually what I think of.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be any one, and it doesn't have to have all of the colors, and you may just have a cornucopia of all apples. And so maybe you have browns, reds, yellows, and greens. Or maybe you have different kinds of grapes in your cornucopia that you choose from. And so you have browns, purples, greens, black, whatever they have. And you don't even have to have a lot of brown, but we often do things like that. So, so those are kind of, and you can always HEY Google or whatever you use. And then that pesky case from last week's gallery. I think we covered that one. And I think it will make more sense as we do it.
Yeah, and I have the link to the gallery pinned at the top of the chat. So.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. And then splatters. How do you splatter?
Oh, how do I splatter? Many different ways. There's like, you can use a paintbrush. You can use the end of a spray nozzle. You could like use your fingers to splatter something. It's really, it's a verb more so than anything else.
Yeah. There's ink. There's stamps that look like splatters too. So I suppose you could use that too, because I'm grounded from splattering. So,
oh, that's right. Yes. But you have your little box of shame over in the corner that you can use, right?
I do. Yeah, and splatters don't have to be on top. You ever, you can, like on Galaxy cards, they're underneath sometimes. So you could have, and you can do different kinds of splatters depending on what your card is. If you make a card or your set or your bag.
So, people are asking if they need to say who they cased.
I think that would be nice.
That would be great. I think it would enhance the gallery if you could mention who you cased. There will be a spot when you submit your card to put how you did the element, and you can say, I took this from this person.
Yeah. That's when I put that on there, I thought that would be a nice thing. Because I love the galleries, and I do go to them when I'm making something because they're so good. And I don't want to. Yeah, and Irene Smith said a puppy bag, the little bag that's associated with puppies.
Doggy bag.
Doggy bag. Yeah. So yeah, all sorts of things.
Or taking your takeout in a doggy bag from the restaurant.
Yes. Yeah. Take McDonald's. You could have.
Don't get me started on that.
We talked about it before we came on. Yeah, it's not made of puppies. That's like Corilla DeVille. But okay, so are we good? Have I confused everybody again? Sometime this week. Just hop in my brain. It's just a very, very active place with all sorts of ideas.
It's a very busy world.
Laura Hood, I think it will make sense when I start doing what I'm doing. Maybe not. It might get worse fast. But it might make more sense when you see what we start doing. So don't be afraid. We're going to be okay. It may not. Sometimes at the very beginning of this stuff, it doesn't make sense. Sleeping bag, that's a good one too. But then when we just work on it a little bit more, it starts to come together. You're already chomping at the bit.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not. Yeah, I am. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to case. I love casing people's cards, especially when they're real pretty. So I'm going to pull up one.
While you guys were getting, all the clean and simple casing sorted out, I figured out what I'm going to do.
Perfect. Well, let's watch this little word while we get our stuff together, and we will be right back, and I'll probably have something to tell you about JD. We'll talk. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette Challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
I forgot Kerwin was in that. I hadn't seen that in so long. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. Whoops. Let me pull up this card. Here's the card I'm going to case. It was by Mari. I don't know that it's going to be a slimline, but it might be an A2 because when you case something, you can alter it. And can you see it? It's got real pretty stars in the background. I think hers were stamped, but I'm going to do stencils. And she has this really pretty flower that she painted, which I'm not sure if I'm going to paint, but I might paint. And then she's got a little globe under here and her little, her twine and her word, her little sentiment there. So.
And now you're casing basically the whole card where other people don't necessarily have to.
They do not. Mm-mm. So what I'm planning on doing is making a small bag and underneath this part for the pretty flowers to sit on. And it will just be like a mat that the bag will be. And then some flowers. I've got my cornucopia colors here with some red and sage and sandcastle and verbena. So I think those are verbena.
I'm going to bring
and
Charlene back.
And that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's what I'm planning. All right, let's get this show on the road before they come after me with glue guns, hot ones. All right, what do you have up your sleeve?
So I was inspired by the the bag element, and it made me think of Trick or Treat bag, which worked out perfectly because, you know, it's kind of like the start of spooky season. In the card making world, anyway, it's like we've moved way past this now. We're like into Christmas and spring, but I happen to have the September Hero Studio because I'm on a design team there, and I knew it had a Trick or Treat bag in there. So then all I had to do was go through the gallery and find something that I could use from the gallery. And the gallery's so big now that that was easy. So I found a card by Girl on Mac. Is that what her name was? Girl on Mac. Yeah. Card 154. And that is the card I'm casing.
Yeah, every card has a number too, so you can add that too so people can look at it. But there's also a search bar on every gallery, so you can put the person's name in and search it.
Yeah, it's really handy. It's a great gallery. It's an easy way if you're ever feeling like you've lost some of your inspiration. That's a great place to go check it out and get inspired. You're right there,
I am right.
Miss Fun.
I'm right here. Yes, no,
Miss Fun.
I'm right here. Yes, no, we will not have lack of mojo, because they are right there. It's so good. Okay, so I'm going to cut this little guy down. So this came together pretty fast for you, even though we talked a long time. But you did come up with something pretty fast, really.
I haven't found really actually for most of the episodes that I have a problem with coming up with things. It's more a matter of like actually getting it to turn out like I want it to. That's the tricky part.
I don't remember ever thinking, oh, that rapper, she just doesn't do anything right. She does.
She should go back to her music career.
She needs to get back on stage. No, I don't think so. I've never thought that. Until maybe tonight. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll wait and see. It's still, the night is still young, as they say.
That's true.
You never know.
That's true. So Mari had stars in the background. Hers were stamped, I think, as I recall. But I'm doing my, I used this same stamp or punch last week on my card for
I have to say, though, I am proud to see, not proud, that sounds like ridiculous. That's not the right word. I'm excited to see that you're not using the same stamp set on every card anymore.
Oh, now listen to you. I love my bears. I look at my bears now and say, I'm so sorry. I feel like it may not be soon enough. It may not be long enough to use you. I'm just not sure if I can use you yet.
You gotta wait. You gotta give it a little bit of time.
I know. They're gonna come after me with those glue guns.
You got a sassy bunch that comes after you.
Well, I think so. So if I make my little, what is it, a bag? A small bag. This is not a big bag. This is a small bag. Fold that over. That would be kind of cute. Yeah, it's tough. Tough group, as they say. Tough audience. Tough room. Tough room.
Yeah, you gotta read the room, Mary.
You know, the next 3 weeks, though, oh my gosh, the next 3 weeks, we have new guests. And I hope they're not now thinking twice about this. It's like, no, it's going to be okay, really.
You'll be fine. You know, it's, first of all, the wheel doesn't like me, so don't worry. You won't get all these weird...
He just knows you can do it.
Oh, way to turn it around, Mary.
Yes,
you're
always
so good
the
at that. I just love that. You're so good at it.
Yes, it's important to be encouraging.
Yes.
But you are. You never have any trouble. I mean, you don't.
I do sometimes, though, take way too long. So I'm going to try and manage my time a little better. I'm not doing any coloring. So that will be handy.
That's it might be helpful. Might be, yeah. And then
I think
I'm going to use that same brown.
Okay. Now the tricky part is to not get ink all over my fingers.
What?
I told you I don't like getting dirty when I craft.
Don't talk silly.
I don't. I'm one of those weird people. I will come up with the most like bizarre ways to avoid getting messy. I don't like it at all. I like the messy techniques. I just don't like being messy.
Well,
the messy goes on the card. Not on my skin.
Messy is as messy does. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, I was going with it. I was like, that might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know. Maybe. I think we're going to have two very different looking cards.
Usually, yeah. I would be surprised if we didn't.
I think it's fun because when you add in even this extra bit of casing a card, then it's like you could play like a detective game, kind of like you do the other part of the week. You can play at home and go through and try and figure out which element the person used.
It's true. I do like to go through that just on parameters and think, well, what did they do? And and if I can't see it, then look and see how they did it. But
okay.
Some of them are kind of sneaky.
They are sneaky. They like the
and
sneaky
they like
level.
It. But some of them are real obvious, and it's fine. I would be worn out if they were all sneaky.
Yeah. I'm usually the type that's like I'll get an idea in my head, and then I have to figure out how I can justify it. So I'm usually the kind that goes backwards.
Okay, so you're on design teams. You get a new product. How do you decide what you're going to do?
Well, it's usually the product. I look at it and then I say normal. It's a little different now because I'll usually get like a whole release or something, right? And so it makes it, I try to figure out like what can I combine in the release to show to that's going to be helpful to people that are going like, oh, how do I combine these things? What do I do? So I usually think about things from the perspective of the people who are watching my videos. And like, what would they find interesting? What technique? I oftentimes will start with technique and then figure it out from there. Like, oh, somebody was asking me about emboss resist or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I'll look at clink stamps in the release and then I'll see what I can add to them based on what's in there. Because I only work with companies that I really love their styles and products. So it's really super rare that I would get something that I'm like, oh, this is not my jam. Also, because most of the companies I work with, they will ahead of time, because I don't want to show people that stuff that I'm not isn't. How do I say this? Like I want to be my authentic self. Yeah. So I will, I have companies that I don't work with that'll approach me and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to seem real or authentic. Thank you for thinking of me, but that's not, I can't do that, Yeah,
it makes sense.
And
it's not going to help them either.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good for them. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to show my, the people people watch me for a reason, right? They want to see my spin on things. And if it doesn't seem authentic, they're not going to watch me. I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't watch me.
Do you watch you? Well, you do voiceovers, so you do watch you.
I do watch myself a lot because I do the voiceovers, and also my husband thinks it's super weird. So you probably will too. But I will frequently rewatch. Like if I went live, I might watch the live that I did. And he's like, "Why are you watching your live you did? That's so weird." And it's because I like to learn from what I did and look at it from the lens of like, can I improve? Right. Oh, that didn't make sense. Or, oh, it would be helpful if I had done whatever next time. And I also like to look at the comments. I always read my comments.
Mhm.
Always, 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 always. Like, I'll go back and I'll watch this show again once the comments are, the live comments are on there.
You
so
guys
that I
better
can
say
read
something
them.
nice so she'll read your comment.
So that's right. Everybody has to tell me how much they love me so that way I can feel good about myself.
Help us with our insecurities.
Yes, please. Because there are many.
Everybody has them. I think. Maybe not.
I don't know.
If you
I don't know.
don't, if you don't have any insecurities, please tell us in,
Yes, let us
in
know.
the comments that you don't have any.
And
and
tell
we
me
will
what
follow
your
you
magic
for-
is.
Yeah, we'll follow you for your personal magic. Yeah.
Do you go back and look at the comments after the show?
I read them almost every week, unless there's just too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go back. Right. I don't read them during the show because it's
I was
real
too
good at
crazy
taking
during the
care of
show to
themselves.
see them
Yeah.
all.
Right. They're real
Like,
good at.
I try to look up it, but then I get so focused on the actual creating. I mean, I come in sometimes and I'll watch the show and I just lurk
Yeah.
because I'm cooking, or something like
Right.
that. And I love the chat. I just do. I love the interaction. It makes me so happy to see everybody in there. And
They're just all
I-
nice.
yeah, and I saw
They're just all
several
nice.
people's names fly by that I know and have known for years now, and I'm so excited.
I know.
That they.
No.
that
We've known
they're
them
all
for
there.
years. Yeah. Yeah. And you miss them when they're not there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This is going to become a small bag. Shouldn't have glued it first. But
The other thing is too, I don't know that I was going live all the time when I was on here last. But I go live every week over on the Pick a Vet Studios channel.
that's very good.
And so, I mean, I've gotten very used to going live.
It does take some doing. I know when I first started going live, when I realized it that I was live, I would want to just get off immediately. It was like, how can I get off fast? And
Fast as possible.
so you could, if you watch an early one at the end, it's just like all of a sudden, off. It's
You're like,
the
yes.
war cry of fear.
I'm done.
It's
It's
so
like this kind of sounds like a turkey gobble, Mary.
we are getting into fall. Practicing my
True.
turkey gobble.
So I haven't done this in several years, speaking of turkeys, but one of my favorite things to do is to make we get the turkey and we get it all ready. And then I like to make it like dance on the counter.
I
I'm a
think I
weirdo.
knew that about you. Why would I know that? I'm not sure, but I think I
I
knew
think it
that.
came up once before.
you were
Like
into-
every time
you were
I think
into
of
dancing
turkeys, that's
turkeys.
what I think of. But I haven't gotten to do it because the last couple Thanksgivings we haven't cooked a turkey because it's just
Yeah.
my husband and I really here, and so we don't do like we don't do the whole huge spread that I used to do like when we lived in Colorado. So,
Yeah.
but it's okay. And my kids are the pickiest kids in the entire world. So
Oh,
there's
there you
like,
go. That's no fun.
they're not gonna enjoy it.
So what do you cook? Do you cook a big meal or?
A couple of times, I think 2 of the 4 years we've been here, we went ahead and just there's this winery that we go to sometimes that's really nice.
Uh-huh.
And they have a fancy restaurant,
Oh, nice.
and they'll do like a Thanksgiving meal that's already all done, and you
Uh-huh.
can order it based on like a small or larger size or whatever. And we've done that twice, and it was really good. And
good. Yeah.
then you don't have to do any of the work either, and you still have some leftovers.
Yeah.
I was a big fan, so I don't know. We might do that again.
But you can't dance with a fancy
It's
dinner.
true. It's
Maybe-
just not the same with the turkey already cut up. You know, you could try, and it
Dancing turkey sandwiches.
doesn't work as well.
No, it loses something.
Yeah.
And yeah. Do you do a lot when you did do turkey dancing? Did you gobble with it too, or did you just was it a mute, mute turkey?
There we go.
See,
That's my turkey.
and the
That's my
turkey
turkey.
turkeys are not necessarily real brave birds, so
No.
it was an appropriate sound to get off the air fast.
Yeah.
These are my splatters. I think they work.
I can't see what you did. Are you stamping the splatters?
I am stamping my splatters.
For everybody at home, my setup is I can't. Oh, okay, now I can see it. I can't see what's happening very well because of how I have my setup. But I had to sacrifice that because I wanted to use the better camera so you could see all of the pores in my face when you look.
Oh my gosh.
So,
They watch on big screens too, so they will.
yeah,
Oh. Oh, it's frightening.
I wanted to make sure they weren't blurry.
No, pores need to be
Okay.
very detailed.
Yeah, I wanted them to be super detailed, so I used the fancier camera.
That's a great choice. It's a great choice. How's that
Okay.
beautiful card coming along? Woo! Tell me about what you're doing. Is it coming out the way
coming
that you
along.
thought it should?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I wasn't expecting my blue splatter to be quite so bright, so I'm going to tone it down a little bit. But otherwise, it is coming along just fine. I've got
It's real pretty.
some nighttime blending going on here.
I didn't
our
see the
little
card that
moon.
you cased. So what was the
it's a
essence
Halloween
of it?
card.
It's a Halloween card. Okay.
Yeah. Need some more black ink here.
But if you were casing a Halloween card and you didn't want it to be a Halloween card, you could
It's true.
recreate
True
it
story. That is
because you're
very
just getting
true.
ideas and essence and maybe the whole
Mhm.
thing, but you can just get the ideas and essence. It reminds me of, maybe, was I watching Ardith when I made that? It reminds me of Ardith, who is the quintessential caser with her limes. And she has this acronym
Yeah.
limes and it's list parts of the card, like the color, shapes, and item. And then you decide what you want to include. And maybe I should have had limes on there. What you want to modify,
yeah.
what you want to exclude, and what your spin is.
Yeah, this splatter is not cooperating. It's like the mica in it is deciding to go everywhere.
Oh, don't
Oh,
be on
well.
my mask. Watch out for your camera.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll
Oh, what's
be
that big thing
okay.
on the camera? I think there's a big fly in your house.
All right, we're gonna just work with that. That looks kind of cool. Now let me clean my hands off because
This is going to
otherwise
look kind of fallish, I think,
we'll have.
with the cornucopia kind of feel.
Yeah, so I decided for my cornucopia
Oops.
that ooh, don't tear my paper, jerk. Sorry, the tape is not my friend.
This is
Trying
not
to
good.
tear my
You need-
paper.
Oh, no. That is upsetting.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool tape. I decided my cornucopia is going to be a candy cornucopia because, like I don't need an abundance of fruit because that's just going to go bad too quickly in my household. But
You put it in the Slimer drawer?
yeah, but a cornucopia of candy. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Well, they have candy bouquets.
Yeah.
So
there we go. That's
there's
where
your artistic
I'm
expression
going
coming
with
out.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you could find candy colors also in fruit and vegetables too, just different. I mean, look at Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're not real though.
Or you could just say that, depending on the time of day, your colors of your cornucopia are going to look different.
That's true too. If they're in the dark, they're all going to be dark.
Yeah. See? That's why I read my color theory book before this.
What did you learn in that thing?
So
well, I got out one of my books because I knew you were coming on too. So I got out the Craft Roulette card making book of rules and ethics, which is a non-binding rules which can be ignored when reasonable and creative justification can be made.
I love it.
It's actually been in my
love that.
That has been over in my shelf for years, just in case I need to pull it out for a rule.
Just in case.
And
it's good to have rules.
Well,
and ethics are really important.
They are. They are.
I mean, you want to be an ethical card maker.
Well, yeah, only kind. And if you are stealing something, you should say you're stealing something. And
yes,
I am.
Now, I tell people all the time that if you watch my videos or you go to my Instagram, that I am perfectly happy if you're new to card making and you want to copy my card. Mm-hmm. It does not bother me in the slightest bit. All I would say is if you're going to then also post that card somewhere, I would appreciate it if you just tag me. But it does not, I am not particular because my goal.
I'm pretty sure that's in Rule 2 or in Chapter 2.
And there's people that are like, no. If you're going to case a card, don't copy the card. And I think that's as a general rule is true. But just if you ever to all my friends there that are out in the chatterbox, if you ever want to copy one of my cards, go for it. I don't
think anybody can. I can't make two cards the same. So I don't know how anybody could make a card based on somebody else's card the same.
It's true story.
I mean, it can be close, but it's not going to be quite the same. I don't think. Maybe somebody's much more talented than I, but
well, even the classes that I teach. Even the classes that I teach, like I'm teaching at the Stamp Along for Hero Arts that's coming up next weekend. And like they literally have the same products and instructions and paper and
doesn't mean a thing to me.
Inks and all of that. And it's amazing to see like the variation in all the cards, even though it's all, meant to like it's set up in such a way that you're learning techniques and stuff, and you can try and do it exactly the same or do your own spin on things. But no matter what, all those cards, they all look different, and it's so cool to see it.
Chatterbox, are we doing better on the case thing in the small bag? Is everybody doing better? I feel bad. I don't want to feel bad, so I want to make sure you're doing okay. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and have a dream that everybody's crying, ain't warming up, and heating up their glue guns. These are all scary things.
No, there's no crying in card making, Mary.
There's no crying in card making. That's right. Yeah, you might be able to sleep on it too. Oh, there's your twins in the chatterbox. Caitlin.
My twin. Hi, twinsy.
Caitlin, I met Caitlin and Charlene about the same time, and I couldn't keep them straight. They were young, beautiful women with dark hair.
Aww,
long, dark
sweet.
hair. And I just kept going. And it was so much work, but I did finally get it together. And then you guys were together at Create. Is that where you were?
We were. And she was like, I have to take a picture to send to Mary so she could see we are not the same person.
And it was really easy to see the difference.
She's
But it
so
really
funny
was
because
funny.
I had posted something about getting a pumpkin spice latte when, like, the day they started at Starbucks, and she's like, oh, "We really are twins."
See, I've reunited you.
That's right. We're
You
long
didn't
lost.
know. You are indeed.
Thank
That's
you,
cute.
Irene, for the
Aw.
team. All parameters are doable.
That's right, team.
Yay.
Team, all parameters are doable. Oh, JD's haircut is looking real good. JD, he's my grandson, and there's a sub game going on. And when I say JD, they eat chocolate in the cheddar box.
Yeah. In fact, I don't have
you
any
have some?
chocolate.
You
so
don't?
now I'm upset.
Oh, you gotta
So
it's part of the Craft Roulette checklist. You gotta have your chocolate and your
I
stretchy
have.
pants.
I've got many M&Ms downstairs that I could have brought up.
Well, just, put it on credit.
You
You
know,
can have some later. And
Although-
but his haircut, he's got a haircut. He's 6 months old, and he was born with a big old head of hair. And his mom is a stylist, and she just couldn't take the mullet anymore. And he was just shaggy, super shaggy,
Yeah.
and but charming. And now he's super preppy and charming, but he still
that's so
gets really,
cute.
really great bedhead. So.
My kids were all born with a full head of hair
I
that
bet.
was very dark.
I
And my youngest, strangest thing, I'll post a picture if I remember in my story later, but his hair literally stood straight up. And it did until he turned, I don't know, like 10 months old.
Oh.
He looked like he had stuck his finger in an electric socket or something. And his whole head, it just, and people would always comment on it.
Oh, I bet.
They were like, wow, what, do you put stuff in his hair? It's like, no, I don't put stuff in a baby's hair. Oh.
Yes, I use baby gel.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
it could be super
Funny.
stylish.
Mm-hmm. And that's your new Instagram
That's
channel.
right. Yeah. How
Baby
to style
do.
your baby's hair.
Baby doos.
I love babies. They're so funny. They crack me up.
They are fun. They are fun. It's nice to see their little personalities develop usually. And
How old is he
It's-
now?
6 months.
6 months. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a fun age. Is he crawling
Oh.
yet?
No.
Not yet.
He's got ambitions though.
he's,
He's
he's getting ready.
He is getting ready for sure. It's going to be keep me running. It'll be fine. I do have some questions for you.
Really? People aren't
Yes.
tired of hearing about me?
Well, they want to know more.
They want to know more.
Mhm. And longtime friend and supporter of the show, and me personally, Sue Masoner asks, you said after you received a cricket, you went down the rabbit hole. So what's your favorite
Yeah.
product to use to design your projects? She's got the little one, Joy. She's got the little Joy thing,
Oh.
and she loves her
Okay.
Joy. So what's your
Wait, so-
jam?
Say the question again, because I'm like a goldfish. I was easily distracted.
You said after you received a cricket, you went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And you really did. I mean, you're still in that rabbit hole. What
Oh,
is
yeah,
your
fallen.
favorite product to use to design your projects with? Do you?
Out of all of my card making stuff?
Yeah, maybe.
Or-
Yeah,
oh.
however you want to answer it. I'm not quite sure. So however you want to answer it.
I will say, if she's asking about whether or not I use my Cricut anymore, it sits collecting dust. I have to be honest. It just
Scandal. We
not-
just are
I
in a
know.
scandal here.
it just does not. It doesn't get a chance to come out. I don't really.
What are you using
I
instead?
just use
Dyes?
stamps and dyes. That's really all I use. Also, I went
Does it
crazy
cry?
with the Cricut, so I made so many projects for around the house, like with the Cricut, that there's nowhere for me to put anything else. But my
Did
favorite,
you do like wall hangings and things?
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
decorations for holidays and coasters and cups and shadow boxes, and I don't know, it goes on and on. I got a mug press. I made mugs. I got a sublimation printer. I did t-shirts.
You're bougie. You're
I'm
bougie.
so
You're a
bougie.
bougie crafter.
I'm totally a
Susan
bougie
chat, and
crafter.
she qualified a little.
Oh, okay. Where is she?
Like 7 Up.
Like Design Space or Carvana? Is that a thing?
Oh, I did. Well, I did.
Thanks, Sue.
I used Design Space with the Cricut, but I actually, towards the end of my, when I used it a lot, towards the end of
Your
that,
relationship?
my relationship,
Canva.
my
Canva. Okay,
relationship with I learned how to create SVG files and took a whole course on it because I'm bougie and I paid for it. And I did that, and then I designed all of my own files.
Oh, cool.
And made my own, because I wanted to make my own like original pieces. So once I had kind of mastered, quote unquote, the other stuff. So yeah, that was, and I liked Design Space. I haven't opened Design Space in a long time, but when I started designing my own stuff, I did it all in Adobe Illustrator. So
okay.
yeah.
So there's this little piece on Instagram, and this guy is talking about his bougie craft wife. And how if somebody wants if a wife wants a Kate Spade bag, buy it for her. Keep her out of the craft stuff. He's like goes off how she has more tools than he has. And
well, you know why?
It's very
you know
amusing.
why I started being on design teams, because I didn't want to spend my money on things. I was like, I got to come up with a way to fund my,
because I want all the things, but I don't want to.
Because I want it all, and I want all of them, and that's kind of how that started.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, because it is it's an expensive hobby for sure, and I still buy things. I am. Because I thought she might be asking, in my crafty world in here, what do I use the most, or what do I buy the most of? And that is hands down inks. I love ink. I have an entire wall of ink. Wow. And I know some people are like, why? Yes, I know I can make any color I want with, a yellow, a red, and a blue. But it's just
you've read
so
that
nice.
Color theory.
Yeah, I know. It's just so nice having 20 different pinks. And I probably have more than that. I gotta count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got well over 30 different pinks alone.
That's a lot of pinks.
Yeah. I've got, I let's just say I have a lot of ink. Let's just say
it sounds like are you still in the market for more, or how about those interference?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what that's called, the new one?
Yep.
Interference inks.
I got I have the Hero Reactive Glitz inks, which are really fun. Those are the most recent inks that I got. But yeah, I have a list. Shocking, I know, right, Mary? I have lists.
In your planner. In your big notebook that you carry to Disney World.
I make lists and I plan away. Now, they don't always pan out. But I have
No.
a shopping list. That's an ongoing shopping list of
Oh,
things,
that's a good- You don't
things
use
I want
your.
to buy.
Do you use like an online thing to keep your
No, 'cause-
records, or you're still in your notebook?
Oh no, I use notes. I mostly organize now with notes and a planner, like the note app. You know what I'm talking about, like on the iPhone, because I can access it from my laptop, my computer, or my phone, and it just makes it really easy. I have like a folder for every company and for classes I teach, and
Yeah, it does get
it.
kind of a lot of stuff to.
You've got to be super
manage.
organized if you're going to be on a lot of there's a lot of stuff I do that's not even Teams kind of stuff. So I'm on.
But you're a lawyer, and
I'm a lawyer.
So you have a background of organizing your thoughts.
Yeah. Because if you don't have like everything all sorted out, you're gonna
sit there and
do
go,
well
now
in
what
court.
do I do? Yeah.
You're gonna have some issues in the courtroom.
Somebody gonna eat you alive because somebody else is gonna do what they're supposed to. Yeah.
That's right.
And you will lose your case, and you probably won't get paid, right? Isn't that kind of how they work sometimes? Yeah.
Well, depends on usually if you're on a contingency fee basis, and that's usually for like more like personal injury, general liability type cases. We'll do contingency fee agreements.
Oh, gotcha.
But everything I did was hourly, so I was billed in 6-minute increments.
6.
Glad I don't have to do that anymore.
Yikes.
Yeah. 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 I am very,
the world is
very lucky to not have to do that.
So different outside my craft room.
So just be glad you don't need a lawyer, Mary. They are expensive.
You know, I'm always glad when I don't need a lawyer.
Yeah, for more than one reason, right?
Yes, multiple reasons. It just seems like a really good idea not to have one.
Yeah.
But really, if you did need one, it's something that's really great to have a good one.
Yes. And there's a lot of not so great ones. I will tell you that. People ask me like often what was the hardest part of being an attorney, and hands down the hardest part of being an attorney was dealing with the other attorneys. Some of them were just pieces of work, I'll say.
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot of interest in actually trying to make people's lives better. And they were really just interested in arguing and billing people, and that's not me.
Yeah, I'm
That's
glad.
not me.
I'm glad because we don't usually argue here, except during the discussion when somebody puts on a parameter that seems very odd.
That was so funny.
But paperclip at one point felt the same way, so I feel it's just you just have to chew on it.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, Mary. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm working on that, man. Totally. I like to sleep, and I'm trying to get there.
All right. Hopefully my giant noggin's not in the way.
So, if your Cricut isn't your favorite tool now, Colleen Berg asks, what is your favorite tool in your craft room?
Favorite tool? Oh, that's tough because it could go like what is towards. You might assume like my most used tool is my favorite tool, but I would say that's not accurate. My favorite tool. Well,
there's a lot of things that are considered tools that we don't even think of as tools, like scissors.
Yeah, I would say, well, that's why I was going to say if it's my most used tool, it's probably like my die pick that I use all the time because I use it for a million other things than popping out this is like my most used tool, my crafter.
Mm-hmm.
I use it for everything.
Probably can clean your teeth
I
with
would
it too. It looks like a dentist tool.
Yeah, you probably could. I don't know that would be a very wise decision,
No.
but you know,
I've been on dentist stuff lately. I'm just been on a dentist thing because I went to the dentist a couple weeks ago, and I just was so jealous of his light because it's on it's on that great big
you
wall
have to
thing.
explain this.
You know how dentists
Oh, his
lights?
light. Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So
okay.
jealous, and he could just move it around, and it was so bright.
Yeah, that would be nice to have that in the craft room, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah,
that makes
We
total
definitely don't
sense.
have enough light in here, so
We've got great lights. As a matter of fact, they're very hot right now.
Yeah, they do get warm, don't they?
Yeah.
I get warm. Like I was cold, and also I wanted to have on my
I did notice.
craft
Your
roulette.
Mm-hmm. Your beautiful
merch,
craft roulette sweatshirt.
buy
That
merch.
was very pretty.
Buy merch. But now I might have to go because the lights are kind of heating me up here.
Charlene, people are wondering what stamp set you're using.
So I'm using the Hero Studio card kit of the month from September, and it's still available, I believe. It's super cute. It's all these like silhouette Halloween stamps and dies and all kinds of stuff. It's over on my blog at dreamcraftcreate.com if anyone wants
It's just
to go
down
look
in
at
the
it.
description and in the title.
Yeah, I don't think I did a video for this kit. Sometimes I'll do videos for the kits, but I don't think I had time to do a video for this kit. I
Well, you're doing one now.
Yeah, I oftentimes will have the intention of doing something,
Well, there's
and
that.
I plan a big game, and then I can't follow through because there's so many different things I want to do and share and blah blah blah. So I recorded video, but it just never got edited and put up, I don't think. Come on.
You ever just record a video and just put music behind it?
No.
It seems like that would be pretty easy.
It would, but nobody would watch it.
I don't know.
There's people will watch the ASMR stuff. And I think I don't say that to make it sound like you can't put a video up with music behind it. In fact, if it's done right, people do like it. That like, in fact, you know who's a good example? My twin. She does Copic coloring videos where she puts on relaxing music, and it's meant to be like how you can watch in real time, because otherwise it's a very long thing to watch, right? And to listen to some, like you could only say so many times, and now I'm swooping, and now I'm flicking, and now I'm dotting this in yellow. So that's a really smart way to do it. But like for my videos, people usually want to hear, or for like when you're doing a tutorial video, a how-to video, it's kind of counterproductive to not say what you're doing so they can, like learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So
just thinking that if you had it made.
Oh, yeah, but it
option.
would still be too long because my raw footage is usually like 6 hours. Like
That's like World Card Making Day.
Yeah. Let's be real. I am a slow card maker because
you're not tonight. You're doing great.
Oh no, that's because I have to be.
I know. Like, we're here to help you.
It's not by choice. I would be evaluating every one of these decisions and second guessing them and slowly
what-
staring at my paper for 30 minutes, and then I
am
would
so happy to have this
switch
back
this
where I
down.
didn't have to know what the parameters were. I am so happy just to get to it and get it
yeah,
done.
because it's freeing in a lot of ways
Mm-hmm.
to just to go with it.
It is. I like it. It's scary though in some ways, and if it's a scary week, then I start sounding like a turkey and I'm trying to get off.
I run. Now I'm gonna, every time I hear them, I think of running out of a room. I'm just
It does sound like that though.
it does.
Yeah, a little bit. If you have enough imagination, I'm gonna put a little slider in there too.
Imagination movers. Gotta think about it.
Is that one of your rap songs?
No, it was a show that was on. It was a kids show when maybe my oldest, I think it was a Disney show when my oldest was little. He
Oh.
liked it. We would watch it.
We do. Yeah, I was telling my son-in-law that because JD has this little toy and it has all these songs, and I find myself singing these songs.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, it's just they're so catchy. And
I can still sing all of
he
those
is
theme
doing
songs.
that too. Yeah, it's great stuff. It's very wonderful. But I told him when I was in the hospital having one of those babies, I was at the sink one time and I was humming something. I thought, well, what is this song that I'm humming? And then I realized it was from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yep. Let's see. How does his? I can't think of how it starts right now, but I know. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like the one to come and live in the neighborhood with you.
Yeah.
Let's make the most of a beautiful day. And since we're together, you might as well say.
Might as well. We don't want to get
Would you be
copyright here.
Oh, sorry. You see, this is the problem, though. You get me
Steve.
singing.
I know.
You
It's
get
hard.
me singing, and I can't
Hard
help
not
it.
to.
What am I doing? What do I want to do?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. What am
But I
what
bet
am I
it's
missing?
a good thing. Oops, I'm getting glue on my glassboard.
I've got splatters. I've cased a cornucopia, small bag. Oh, cool. I'm done. Now it's all just like whatever I want.
Nothing but the cherry now. All gravy from here on out.
All gravy.
You've got the investment. So next week, when Sharon Leska is here, we probably won't have any cards to have on the slideshow before the show. And then we probably won't have any milestones to share. So that'll be nice for Sharon. Show will be kind of short, so get here early.
I think you'll be
Don't be late.
I'm sure everyone is working very hard. I'm sure the first person's already submitted. There's always someone that's just like wicked quick and gets it in like right away.
There really are some quickies.
What am I gonna do?
Maybe not this week. I think
There's 10 in.
Oh, well, there'll be 10
see?
at least. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you have at least 10. Don't worry.
Those intrepid 10 people. They're obviously quite in tune with us here. That's good.
Yeah, I've lost my Misty. No, there it is.
I don't have a fancy
Somewhere.
thing right now, so we'll just.
And the only downside to stamping with so much black ink is I've got to be careful because I'm clumsy and I
Yeah,
tend to stick my fingers in it.
as they should be.
No, Mary, clean crafting. Very important.
Uh,
You're scaring them.
no, there I go again.
Are you
This
done?
could
I'm
have a
sure you're
little
done.
Sentiment.
You're
Not
always
really.
done.
It's okay. We're just fine. I'm just making sure I have this all figured out.
So are you still team orange?
Oh, sure enough.
Okay.
Sure
All
enough.
right.
Especially this time of year. Even your twin is team orange this time of year.
Well, you can't be right all of the time. You know, it's just not possible. So there's that. I do love a good orange, though.
Oh,
I
it's just so
blended.
pretty.
I blended an orange into a blue on a card. And I know if you know color theory, you're like, no, that's a terrible idea. Why would you do that? And I did it in such a way that it was like a nighttime sky on the savannah.
Oh, wow.
And so the blue was like setting into the orange. It looked so cool.
I bet it was pretty.
Super cool. So don't, even if it's a color that will make mud, don't be afraid to try it, because
No, sometimes it's probably a good
sometimes,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes it looks amazing.
We've got purple and orange and rainbow. I love that you guys support your team.
Rainbow. Where is there? Okay, I know there are dies for these. Where are they? Oh, they're in here already. I cut them off already.
So you're using a Halloween stamp set. And Paula Rice would like to know, what's your favorite season or holiday to papercraft for?
Oh, to papercraft for? That's interesting, because to papercraft for, my favorite season to craft for is probably Halloween, closely tied with like spring.
Yeah.
But my favorite season to like participate in and to like for is Christmas. I love
it's hard
Christmas.
to beat. Yeah, it's hard to beat.
But I love like something about the, you know, because Halloween comes up like right with the change of the season, and you've got these beautiful, vibrant fall colors that you get to work with, and then in the spring you're getting all of the like to work more with like the bright pops of the pinks and I love color. I really do. That color theory book is one that I got when I first started because I wanted to know what the heck I was doing. And when I was talking about it, I wanted it to be accurate. So that way I wasn't just like, you know, saying something.
So you just, because you did just go, I'm going to make a card and then go and start doing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Same day.
So I went and I taught myself color theory. But I bought that book as well as several other books, and it was kind of fun actually going back and looking over it again, because it's been a while. There was things that, you know, you don't retain, obviously, everything. And color theory, it's a very interesting thing. It's fun.
It is.
And it brings out so many emotions and things. Oh, there's the bath. And there's so many different ways to be inspired with color. And that's probably why ink is my favorite crafty goodie, because I get really inspired by color.
That makes sense.
Once I pick a technique or know like what products I'm going to use, I immediately like start thinking like, what color combination do I want to do? And that's where I get like excited, is with the color combos.
Because you know what product you're going to use, so you kind of know what.
Yeah.
Some of those unknowns are taken off the table.
Yeah. So if you go like on my page, you'll see lots and lots of different colors on my cards. I still don't have a style. My style, as we've talked about, is clean and overly complicated, is what I've settled on. And but it's I love to do it all. I just do. It's fun. I like trying all the things.
Yeah. It's a good time. Should be fun. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some people, it's like they like find their jam and they stick with it, and that's their jam, and that's great. I will say I don't get too far into the real like grungy look. I think it's super cool. Like
Right.
Tiffany Solario was here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's still in the chat. I watched her episode and I watch her videos sometimes, and I love what she makes.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks so cool, but it's like it's not anything that my brain thinks to do.
Right.
Like I probably could do an approximation of it if that was my goal. But my brain just doesn't like go there.
No.
There's not enough angles. I need angles.
How much do you spend time? How much time do you spend just doing what you want to do? That's not associated with a video or something else.
Much, I have a lot of leeway because I have it set up to have a lot of leeway, and so pretty much everything I do is stuff I want to do. The only thing that might
independent
change
of a project for somebody else.
Yeah. I would say probably like I do most of the project work that I'm doing isn't necessarily on my channel. So like I go live every week on Picket Fence's channel, and then like I make videos for other companies' channels, and I do some behind the scenes kind of stuff for some companies. So quite a bit of what's on my channel is stuff that I just wanted to do.
Okay.
Or it might be the case of like where I needed to make a card with a new release, and I was just making the card for like the company's catalog or something. But then I knew I wanted to do a video on ink blending, so I used that to facilitate it. Yeah. So it's like really weird. Yeah, and I do try to, I don't all of our time is limited, so I try to
get the same 24 hours.
Yeah, do the best I can with what I got. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Right. And it's so nice when it does.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Good question.
I don't know what sentiment. Yeah, you guys are like, I was like, what are they going to ask me? I've been on there a bunch of times, like.
Oh,
they're going to be struggling.
No,
they are so good.
Astute. They're astute.
Okay, I think I like this one. Not 100%, but we'll go with it. And I think I like the bats over here. And
well, Mr. Wheel, I think it's good to have you back.
Yeah, he's a little trickster, that one taking off on you.
He sneaks out to be he's not going to be predictable. That's just who he is.
No. He's like me when I was a teenager.
He does kind of have a teenage streak in it. Spin this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going out all over everywhere, going all over the world.
And like nobody's going to hold me down.
I'm
my own wheel.
Hold my root beer. Off he goes.
And off
Mari,
he goes.
I hope Mari thinks this is okay.
Can we make guesses on who is sending in the photos? Or is that step too far?
out of 500 cards, it's going to be really hard.
Oh, no. I mean the photos of Mr. Wheel or of around the world.
I don't.
I
Well,
have
we
my
don't know.
suspicions.
We don't know.
I have my suspicions. It's not
It's
me.
all-
That is
also
for sure.
mysterious. That's
It's
how he
super
is.
mysterious.
And he tells Mr. Mike. He only talks to Mr. Mike, and Mr. Mike won't say a word because he is the man of all words and the man of no words.
That's right.
Gee, tough around
You
here.
ever see that video with like the little babies that were twins and they were just
You and
having a
Caitlin?
whole like no. They were like in their cribs next to each other. It was like viral. And they were having a conversation and they were just, it was all in their own language.
Oh no, I may have
And-
seen it. Yeah.
It made me think of that when you said that Mr. Mike and the wheel were.
Those two. Yeah. They are seriously silly. I don't know if I like that. But you know what I could do? Put that there. No, don't put that there. Put this
Okay.
here.
Now I'm just
This is
not
straight.
gonna do that. That seems like a lot of work. Where's my
Whoopsie,
die?
whoopsie.
And then I also gauge whether or not I'm gonna do something based on the amount of work it's gonna take me, knowing how slow I am.
Not a
knowing.
bad plan. Not a bad plan
Knowing
at
my
all.
time. Like I could take a long time.
Do you kind of guess how long it's going to take before you start? And, are you like somebody that finishes a project?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it gives me a lot of anxiety to not finish a
Oh
project.
dear.
I'm just like I've told you before, I clean up my whole space every time I'm done. And I tell people, don't be like me, like if you don't need to be, because it's not good. I wish I could just sometimes, be like, okay, I'm going to turn on the light and I'll
It
get something
works.
from my mess
It works.
tomorrow. But it causes me so much anxiety to like leave
Oh,
stuff.
no.
I've always been I would say I'm not so much clean, but I'm very neat. I'm organized. Like the dust wouldn't necessarily bother me. It's more like the clutter bothers me.
Mhm.
So now
if you're in
now
town
you know.
again, we'll just never bring you over.
But it doesn't bug me at all at other people's places.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a thing within my brain where I worry I'm like missing something or gonna like mess something up because I don't know what is there. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like
Okay.
maybe it's like a fear of like losing things or something. I don't know. But it doesn't bug me when I'm at other people's houses at all. Like, because that's
Well,
their
that's
stuff
good.
and I don't have to worry about it.
Well, you don't know what's out of place there.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could have it completely organized. I don't know.
Yeah. It's true.
I think it probably stems too from the fact that I get distracted very easily. And having a lot of stuff out would be a problem because I'd be very distracted by all of it and be like picking it all up and like trying to use it, and you just, I don't want to put like bright pink on I probably would put bright pink on a snowflake card. So never mind. I can't say that.
Yeah. Well, those are actually very pretty.
I like to use unconventional color combinations too when I'm crafting.
Yeah. I thought that your black kitty cat was very bright and pretty.
Yeah, that one was cute. That's such a nice set because it was, sometimes I do a lot of die cut sets now. I was a little hesitant at first, but as you know, Amanda Stevens got me to try one, and that was that.
She's a Yep, she is quite the influencer. Card for an influencer. That's Amanda right there.
Yeah, she's good. Like she's a not so much an enabler, but more like a cheerleader. Like
Right.
I felt good about doing it. I was like, well, if Amanda says I can do it, I can do it. And I did, and I've done a lot of them. But that kitty cat set is not one of the more like intensive sets. Like Honeybee has a lot of really cool sets, and some of them are very like have lots of layers.
Yeah.
Lots of little itty bitty dies and things like that. And this one does not. It's a very approachable die set, so it was fun because I didn't have to like keep track of a million pieces and things.
It's too hard. I'm not I don't keep things tidy, and so I do lose pieces for cards for things like that, and then I end up drawing ears on and different things, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But
and
it's just but I go into the project going, this time we're going to do it right. Yeah, we are. Come on, Mare. And then, by golly, where'd that ear go? Where'd that horn go for that unicorn? It goes fast. So
you cheer yourself on, though. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Mare, go.
Okay, I'm pretty much done, but I have this thing. This probably is my one thing, I will say. Like I said that I don't have a style, but this thing in particular I do on most of my cards. And that is I put a border. Sometimes I force myself not to, but most of the time when I look at my own card, if it does not have a border around it, I'm just not happy with it. Isn't that weird?
I think it looks nice.
Well, and I think it would look totally fine without the border. Like my rational brain says that, but my irrational crafting brain is like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look finished. It needs a white border, or some kind of colored border.
Kind of like some people have to have jewelry on before they leave the house, or a lipstick or mascara.
Yeah. Which I'll have you know, by golly, I haven't worn mascara in months, and I put it on for your show.
I thought your eyes looked particularly appealing tonight.
So I could bat my eyelashes at you.
That's the very one. I knew it. Look at those eyelashes. Well, I'm impressed and flattered.
You know, what's funny about it, I was putting it on and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't worn mascara in forever because I don't wear makeup usually. Even when I do my lives, I just put a little bit on usually.
That's why hands only are so great.
Yeah. What was funny is I was like, after I had already put it on, then it triggered this memory. After the show last time I was on, I was like, oh, you get that down, that you sink and you're like, oh, okay.
The endorphins are all gone.
Yeah. And I had looked in the mirror when I went downstairs.
Oh, dear.
I had mascara under both of my eyes. I was like, whoa, I must have been sweating or something because it was so. It was intense.
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and. Yes, I guess so.
I don't know if it showed up on the
next
camera,
time.
but when I got downstairs, I was like, "Oh my gosh,
that's funny."
I
don't remember making in my notes anything about man.
Do tell her not to wear mascara next time.
Don't do that. It's okay. It's okay.
Don't worry about that whole makeup thing, Charlene. You'll be okay.
But the lights get hot. Yep, they do. Oops, I got
Where are we
red
at?
on
Should
there.
I be done? I
If
can
you're
be done.
ready to be done, we can be done.
I could be done. I might add some like bling later, but
Yeah.
I think there's not really
All right.
anything else
I'm
I
just-
like would
I
have
can
to
add
do.
and add until I ruin the card.
Yeah, I'm guilty
So-
of that too.
No
I'm guilty of
problem.
just adding to the
Yeah, just keep
till the
adding
cows
until
come
it's
home.
either 5 pounds or ruined. One or the other. Yeah. Well, if you think you're good, I am going to make sure I hit the parameters as I understood them when I made them. Let's see. We had include a small bag. Well, I made a little bag, and it's got a little pocket for a little tag. A tag bag. A cornucopia of
Aw.
colors. I use the reds from apples and greens from vegetables and purples from grapes and yellows from oranges and lemons. And then the browns for the big old horn of plenty. I cased Mari Clark's card from last week. She had a slimline with stars stamped in the background with gray. I chose to go with brown. And I stenciled them. So I got the idea from Mari, but I did my own twist on it. She had a globe underneath her beautiful flowers that she watercolored. I ink blended my flowers and added some watercolor pencil and colored pencil. And don't have a globe, just have a die punch. She had some twine around the base of her mat, and I have it around my small sack. And those were my ways. And she had a word. Her word was down here, so I put my word at the bottom as well. I added some sparkles, a tag, a butterfly. She didn't have that as well. And my splatters were stamped because that's safer for me. And that is my card for 236.
Woo,
Ah.
woo. Yay, that's so pretty. I love it.
I like how it turned out.
Yeah.
I had
really like
a
it.
good card to case.
Yeah, Mari, she's so talented, you know.
She is that.
She's a good one to case. All right. So I've got let me look at my sheet here. Okay. So I included a small bag. You can see, in fact, I've included a couple of small containers here, but this one in particular is a small bag.
Good one.
And my cornucopia of colors this is a candy cornucopia. So we've got some like purples and blues and shiny metallics, which I can't tell if they're picking up on there.
Sometimes when they hit the light just right, yeah. Pretty.
It's it's Halloween candies all in the cornucopia waiting for me to eat. In fact, maybe that's how I'll set up the Halloween candy this year. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
And you can see whatever reason, I don't know. I think it's because I put it on the distress oxide instead of just the distress ink. But my little mica is kind of just going everywhere. But that's okay. It's still fun.
Yeah. There's comets going on.
Yeah, there's like little comets going on. And then I cased card number, 154, which had, I took the moon and the house and the bats from that and incorporated them into my card. And then just the general kind of like moodiness to it, the darkness.
Yeah.
And splatters. You guys saw me do the splatters. I had all the splatters. I had mica stain. I had spray stain. I had water.
You did do some modifying splattering there, miss.
Yeah. I was good. Splatterific.
And yet you're so clean and tidy.
And yet, see? I'm telling you, it's possible. You can do messy things and not get messy.
Very good. Well, our cards are pretty doggone different.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And so good for us and good for everybody, because I think that will help them understand how they can make their own cards for this week and join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I hope. Yeah,
and I think
indeed.
I'll probably add in maybe some green sequins or something afterwards. But I think we're good.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Play off.
Yeah, like Northern Light sequins. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to let you relax a minute. Those endorphins can just kind of ease on out, and I'm seeing you on the little screen, and I don't see any mascara. So we will bring you back on here in just a few minutes to say goodnight, but we're going to tell everybody else how they can play, who's coming up, and give away some stuff. Woo! So well done.
Yay.
Woo!
Good job, everybody.
And that is how we play Craft Roulette. We even win the wheel's author gives us something a little bit different. We can do it. All parameters are doable. You get to decide how you're going to creatively express yourself. Check out the gallery as it builds up if you're still going, what? And see how people are using it. And see if, and check out Ardith on her limes. She's, it is basically how to case a card. We have, and then send your card into craftroulette.live. Make sure it's family friendly, handcrafted, 1 card per person. And it goes to craftroulette.live. There is a submit card section. It's really easy to do. I do it every week. It's not hard at all. It's set up very well so that you can succeed. The next couple weeks, we've got Sharon Luska, Megan Andrew, Jen Gross, Eileen Hull will be back, and Jessica Vasher. There are 4 new people. Good thing this got off the board right now so that we don't throw anybody under the bus, because that's not what we do. We like to just see what you do, what you come up with, and let you have some fun creating. We look forward to meeting new guests and having Eileen back. She goes all over the world crafting with people. We do want to thank our members. Next Friday, we will have our after party for Silvers and Up. There's a new video for Silvers and Up. What else is going on? And I think Monday we have a call. Is that Monday or was that last week? I don't know. It's all on the dashboard on craftroulette.live's membership site. The dashboard has tons of information. And if you haven't signed up as members to get the emails on Mondays and Thursdays, that's really a good reminder to veto and all those kind of things and let you know what is new in the world of Craft Roulette membership. If you are interested in learning more about being a member and supporting our show so that we can stay on the air, there's information on craftroulette.live. It's all over there. It's an incredible website made by Mr. Producer. I know it's next. I do. I've been here a couple times. This means it is time to give away some stuff. We gave away so much stuff last weekend. Poor Amanda, she had all 15 or whatever presents to give away, and she got it all done yesterday, and then she said, I feel like I need a nap. And I said, I understand. That's a lot to do. So made a note for next year to help her out. If you sent in one of those 500 million cards, your name is on that list unless you opted out, in which case your name won't be on it and somebody else will have your slot. And the first thing we always start off with is a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. It goes all over. A Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway. I'm going to have fun reading tonight's chat. Susan Roberts, I saw a little bit of it. I'm completely confused what you're talking about. Gail is going to get a Krog. You can sign after the spins are done. You can go over to craftroulette.live, use the same email that you did to send in your card, and claim your prize. There's a claim prize form. These are not from registration. These are from the cards that were sent in. For a Craft Roulette goodie bag, it's going to Susan Schulman. Susan, congratulations. If you are not in the United States, we'll send you something, but it won't be much. It won't be a big goodie bag. Our goodie bags are really usually quite ample. For your paper insider, it does need to be in the United States because they're sending a product. And we respect that they're sending a product. Oh. Carol B. Congratulations, Carol B. And I hope that Charlotte will join us again. She said it was quite a doozy. She thought the challenge was quite a doozy, but she thought it was really fun. For a Whimsy Stamp $25 gift certificate, we always ask that if you are going to be making a crafty purchase, if you go to craftroulette.live, there's an associate spin sponsor page. Check out who sponsors the show. Michelle Cram. Congratulations. And please consider using those fine, generous people as who you're going to get something from. You don't have to, but it sure helps. And let them know that you came from Craft Roulette, so they'll come back. Bloom Daily Planners is giving away a $30 gift certificate. That is, Jennifer. Congratulations, Jennifer Roney. That is Charlene's twin that works over there. So we're real glad to have Charlene, not Charlene. See, I'm going to get them mixed up. Have Caitlin help us with that. A $30 gift certificate is going to Andrea Oftebar from Trinity Stamps. Congratulations, Andrea. She does amazing cards. And I know she will have fun doing a little shopping at Trinity. That's it for the night as far as giveaways. It seems like when we were giving away things on World Card Making Day, it just kept going and going. Make sure you claim your prize. Use that same email. And we probably won't get to it till Monday, but we'll get to it as soon as we can. So, all right, congratulations. Well done. Let's bring back that girl that just likes to craft and clean up after herself. She's been cleaning up after herself.
I've been cleaning.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you said I was listening, because last time I wasn't listening and you came back and I was cleaning something
in action.
So I paid attention this time.
We did okay.
Yeah, we did great. We did amazing. Our brains are so
well-kissed.
Well-kissed.
Yeah, you can't do that on a non-kissed brain.
No.
Yeah, it was good to have the wheel back.
Yeah.
I missed him.
Yeah. I know. I can't imagine the heartache you go through when he's...
Well, you come down here, you expect to see him, and he's not there.
Yeah.
Well, tell us again where they can find you, what you do, what your week looks like. Then you have something coming up, too, so let us know.
I do. So you can find me across everything as Dreamcraft Create. If you search my name, it'll come up, too. So Charlene Madrid. And I am currently on the teams for Hero Arts and Picket Fence Studios and Honeybee Stamps. And then I do lots of creating, and you'll find me on many other places, Pink and Main, Alt New. I'm sure I'm forgetting something because I'm pretty tired at the end of the night.
Right.
But I'm in lots of places,
plenty.
so keep an eye out for me. And next weekend, I will be teaching at the Holiday Stamp Along for Hero Arts, which you can still purchase tickets to. If you do, I would love you to do it through my link, which is lovely, over on my blog or on my places. And it's actually a really good deal. It's a little too late now to ensure that you get the items, because they do it so you can
have
either...
all this on your blog, right? So they can figure that one all out.
So they can check it all out.
Yeah.
But it's it'll be fun. So if you want to come, you should come.
Thank
you.
Me. That's you
Ta-da.
in a nutshell. Very busy, very organized, very
busy.
in your notebook. Well, it's time. Time to plan a big one, because, man, I think I used some of those kisses tonight. Well done, Chatterbox. I don't know what you were up to, but I'll find out tomorrow.
Right?
Charlene, thank you so much.
Checking it out.
I know.
Thank you.
Mr. Producer, thank you for keeping me in line. We'll be talking about that committee. We'll see you on Wednesday when I'll case another card and see if you can figure out who I cased. And next Friday when Sharon Luskett joins us. We'll see you then. Take care. We love you. Night, night.
Bye, everybody.